Welcome back everyone. So in the last video we solved group by, and in this video we are going to solve sort by. So let's dive in. Okay, so we are given an array ARR and a function fn. Now we have to return a sorted array, sorted ARR. You can assume fn only returns numbers, and those numbers will determine the sort order of sorted array. Now sorted array must be sorted in ascending order by fn output. Now you may assume that fn will never duplicate numbers for a given array. Now let's say this is an array and this is the function. So it will take input as an x and it will return the x itself. So we have to implement that sort by function. So based on the given function, we will sort this array in the ascending order. Okay. So in the example one, since this function takes x as an input and returns x, so when that function is applied on that sort by function, this function, it will return this sorted array. Similarly, for example, in example 2, this is a given array and this is the function. So it will take d, that d is the element, and in that element it will return d dot x. And based on this function, this is the result of the sorting. So in this, you can see that the value of x is sorted in ascending order, -1, 0 and 1. So similarly, in the example 3, this is an array and this function will pick the first value at index 1. So this one will be the first value. Okay. And in the resulted or in the output, you can see that the array is sorted based on the first index in each item. So that is 1, then 2 and then 4. Okay. So now let's write the solution. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to return array dot short based on this function. Now the short function accepts a function that takes two values, that is x and y. And now as per the given question, we have to short this based on this fn function. And this fn functions only returns numbers. And the other information is that we have to sort this in ascending order by fn output. So to sort this in ascending order, what we have to do is we have to do fn x minus fn y. Now, if the difference is negative, that means that the current value will be placed before. And if the difference is positive, that means that the value will be placed afterward. So all the negative values will be before and then the positive value. So they are sorted in the ascending order. So for example, x is 2 and y is 3. This is negative, which means that the 2 will be placed before. Okay. So 2 minus 3 is -1, which means before. So 2 will be placed before 3. So let's see the result of this. Okay, so our test case has been passed and now we will submit this. And our solution got accepted. So this is the implementation of the sort by function. But if we want to add this sort by function in the array object itself or array constructor function, then we can do, for example, array dot prototype dot sort by is equal to what? This function. Okay, so what it will do is it will accept only the function, and based on this function it will do sorting in ascending order. So we can write here sort by ascending order. So what we can do here is array dot sort by ascending based on this function. Okay, so I have explained you what is prototype in the one or two previous videos. You can watch them. So here what we have done is we have added in the prototype of array the sort by ascending function. Okay, and here we have to use this and not array. Okay, so here since ARR is array, we have simply called the sort by ascending function from that prototype. So ARR has inherited that function using the prototype chain. So we pass that function and all the work is done by this sort by ascending prototype function. Now let me submit this and our relation got accepted.